Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you're new. I'm Cheryl, this is Table Full of Joy. And friends, today's video is super exciting, extra special. It is in collaboration with my sweet friend Desiree from over at Mama Friendly. This is our Super Bowl weekend collaboration. There are so many channels participating in this collaboration. You are going to get all of the food that you need for this weekend's big game. You don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss any of these recipes. I'm excited to share 3 recipes with you guys today that are extra special in our house for any big game, any party. They're good for all year round. So we're going to get started on all 3 of these. They're super easy, really quick to make, and we're going to get things started. I've got my ground beef cooking because we're going to make some bacon cheeseburger cups. We're also going to make some jalapeno popper smashed potatoes, and we're going to make a hot corn and jalapeno dip. So everything is super easy, minimal ingredients. Let's get this stuff done. So I'm going to season up my ground beef back here with just a little bit of my Auntie Nono's burger seasoning. Also, my water has come to a boil, so we're going to drop. I'm not doing a huge batch of these potatoes because it's just hubby and I don't need a lot of this. So I'm just gonna make enough for us to have tonight, and that's gonna be it. So I'm only gonna do about 10 potatoes. But we need to boil these until they are just tender. We don't want them mushy. We want them just tender so we can smash them. And that's what's gonna make our jalapeno popper smashed potatoes. All right, so while our potatoes are boiling and our ground beef is cooking, let's go ahead and deal with our Grand's biscuits. That's what we have here. Just a can of Grand's biscuits. We are going to put these in our muffin tins and make our little burger cups. Whatever biscuits I have left, I will either bake them or I'll stick them in a bag and have them for probably breakfast tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to do about 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of those. I'll save the rest of those biscuits for later. I'm just going to take my biscuits and I'm going to flatten them out with my hand, just the back of my hand. You can get out a rolling pin if you want to. I don't feel like I need to. I'm just going to flatten these out, get these nice and thin. And then I'm going to take each one of my biscuits and plop those in my muffin tin. You could also make these into small burger cups if you wanted to. If you wanted to do some little mini guys, you could just get out your mini muffin pan and do it that way. My ground beef is smelling amazing with that Auntie Nono's burger seasoning. If you've never tried it before, I'll leave a link for you guys in the description box. These are not the flaky layer biscuits either. These are just the regular original Grand's biscuits. You want to give them a little bit of room. All right, put that one right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put these back up here so we can. We're going to just take our biscuits and push them down into our muffin tin, into each one of our muffin. Get these down in there so they can make our little muffin cups. As soon as our ground beef is done, I'm going to dice up some bacon. And our bacon is not going to go on until the end when we top these. So that's why I'm cooking the bacon last. All right, so I have my ground beef done. I'm gonna go ahead and put roughly about 1.5 tablespoons or 1.25 tablespoons of our ground beef in each one of our cups. Like that. See how easy and quick these burger cups are? All right, so I'm gonna set these aside because we need to put some cheese on these in a second. All right, I'm gonna cut up probably just like 3 slices of bacon. I don't need a ton of bacon. but I do need a little bit of bacon for the top of these, and we're gonna go and get that cooking. Once we get our bacon in our pan, we'll grate some cheese on top of our muffin cups, and we'll get those in the oven. Give this a cut lengthwise, just so we have a little bit smaller pieces. And then I'm just gonna chop this. And then get this right in our pan and get it cooking. Our corn dip is gonna go together super easy. It has minimal ingredients, but it's super, super good. All right, my cream cheese didn't get taken out of the fridge early enough, so it's still a little bit cold. So I'm just gonna take out what I need and put this in the microwave for just about 20 seconds, just to soften it up just a tiny bit. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this cream cheese out. We're going to cut up a little bit of our jalapeno. So there's my cream cheese. We're going to put a tablespoon or two of sour cream in here. And since I'm not doing this whole pan, a big pan of dip with all of as many ingredients as I need, I'm going to cut this jalapeno in half and only use a little bit of it. I can tell this is a hot one already because I can feel it on my hand. I love jalapeno popper dip. All right, so there's our jalapeno. We're gonna get that put in our dish with our cream cheese and sour cream. I've got some Mexi corn, and this is corn that we put in the freezer this last summer. These are fresh corn kernels. We're going to give that a little bit of a toss together. I have a little bit of queso cheese left over from this last weekend. So I'm going to put some queso in here. You want to make sure that it's crumbled up when you put it in here. So don't just take a big chunk. We want to crumble this. So this is a great dip to have if you've got gluten-free friends coming to your party or whatever, because they can have this and you can use a gluten-free tortilla chip. Just give this a good mix. Get everything mixed together. Get all that corn, and that queso cheese, our cream cheese, and our sour cream. And then this is gonna go into a 350 oven and it's gonna bake. And our cream cheese and sour cream is gonna get all gooey. Our corn is going to get hot, and this is going to be a delicious dip. This will please any of your football guests. All right, let's get some cheese put on our biscuits. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want to. If you want to shred up some American cheese, you can. If you want to shred up cheddar, which is what I'm doing, you can do pepper jack. You can do whatever kind of cheese you guys like for your cheeseburgers. That's what I would use. I'm just going to use some cheddar because that's what I have open. All right, let's get some cheese put on these. I'm just going to take a pile of our cheddar cheese, put that on here. These are a cheeseburger after all, so you want a good amount of cheese on them. I can grate more if I need to, which it looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit more for one more biscuit. So our corn's in the oven. Our cheeseburgers are getting ready to go in the oven. They're going to go in the oven in just a minute. So I'm going to use a little bit cheese on this one. Just kind of get rid of whatever I have left on the board. All right, so these are going to go in 350 oven along with our dip, and these are going to be about 10 or 15 minutes. So here's our potatoes. We cooked them until they were just soft. Now we're going to take the back of our measuring cup. You can use a cup, you can use a glass, you can do whatever you want to. We're just going to apply a little pressure, and you want to split them just like that. We're going to mash them. These are going to get brushed with oil, and they are going to go in our 350 oven, and they're going to bake for about 20 minutes because we want to get them nice and crunchy and brown. So I'm just going to take some olive oil, drizzle it. I'm going to do a little bit of salt on these because these potatoes have no seasoning on them at all. Just a little bit of salt on each one. We need a little bit of bacon for our potatoes and a little bit of bacon for our cheeseburgers. All right, so our potatoes are almost done. We're gonna get our dipping sauce ready to go. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of sour cream. So this calls for jalapeno powder. I don't have any jalapeno powder. I've never actually seen jalapeno powder in the stores, but I'm gonna do some jalapeno. I have some jalapeno everything bagel seasoning, and I think that's what I'm going to put in here instead because that's what I've got. I think that's going to work just fine. So we're going to put some of that in here. So a little bit of ranch powder with our sour cream and a little bit of this everything bagel seasoning, the jalapeno. Get the top off of this. And then we're going to finish up our potatoes with our bacon and jalapeno and a little bit of cheese. And then everything is done. This went together super quick, super fast, and it's going to be delicious. All right, so I'm just going to mix this real quick. This is your dipping sauce for our potatoes. Just a really quick mix on that, and that one's ready to go. I've got our bacon and cheeseburger biscuits. And I'm just gonna I'm taking my husband a couple of these. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of bacon on a couple of these, the ones I'm taking with me to him. I'm gonna kind of push the bacon down in here so it stays. So we're also going to mix up a little bit of our burger sauce. You can buy the secret sauce in grocery stores all over the place. They have it. And I'm just going to mix up just a little bit of this. Like I said, I'm not making a whole bunch. This is just a drizzle on the cheeseburger cups. So we're going to put in just a little bit of ketchup with our mayonnaise. A little bit of pickle juice. So just a just a splash of pickle juice. I'm gonna chop up one pickle because we're not making a whole lot of sauce. So we're gonna put a little pickle juice in our sauce. We want the pickles to be minced pretty small. Now, obviously, if you're making this for a large group, you're gonna make way more pickle juice than, or more dip than I did, but I am making just a little tiny bit. Put a little bit of garlic powder in this, just a little bit. That should be good. And we're just gonna stir this up. And just before I take off, I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of this on his burgers. We're gonna put a pickle on each one. All right, so here's our potatoes. We're gonna do just a little bit of cheese on them. You can get these even crispier if you want to, but I'm okay with where they're at right now. You could put these in your skillet and fry them if you want to get them really, really crispy. A little bit of cheese. Because you know, all jalapeno poppers have cheese on them. We're gonna do a little bit of jalapeno on these. Not a lot. But I want to be able to put some on there. So we're gonna chop these jalapenos up pretty small. We want pretty fine dice on the jalapenos. Leaving the seeds in. You can take the seeds and rib out if you want to, if you're not into the spice. I'm gonna do a little bit of jalapeno on each one, just a little bit. These will go really pretty on a platter. We've got our bacon, and you know there always has to be some bacon on jalapeno poppers, so we're gonna do a little bit of bacon on the potatoes and just kind of put some on there a little bit. And then these are gonna get dipped in our delicious dipping sauce that we made a second ago with the sour cream and the everything bagel seasoning, the jalapeno one. But these look delicious, friends. There is our crispy jalapeno popper potatoes. Is our jalapeno corn dip. You can see how absolutely creamy this is. This gets served with just some corn tortilla chips, nice and hot. That is what our corn dip looks like. Super, super delicious. We're gonna pack all this up and head off to see hubby. All right, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of this corn dip. I'm gonna bring him some tortilla chips to have with this. Just like that. I'm gonna give him a couple of these jalapeno popper potatoes. Probably 3 of those will be sufficient. I'm gonna give him 2 of our burgers. I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce. Just like that. And I'm going to give him just a little bit of the dipping sauce with his potatoes so he can dip those in. That should be good. And there we go, friends. There is our Super Bowl football party food, our cheeseburger biscuit cups, our jalapeno popper potatoes, and our jalapeno corn dip ready for a football game. All right, friends, so I forgot to film this last night, but hubby really enjoyed everything from our Super Bowl menu that we had yesterday. We had our bacon cheeseburger biscuits, we had our corn dip with our tortilla chips, and we had our jalapeno popper smashed potatoes. They were all super delicious. I hope you guys will give these recipes a try for your football parties. And friends, as I said in the beginning of this video, this is a collaboration with my sweet friend Desiree from Mama Friendly. Please go check out her channel. I'll leave her link in the description box, as well as a playlist for all of the incredible creators that are putting out some delicious recipes for you to try for this weekend's big game. Don't miss out on the game this weekend. Try out these recipes. Let me know in the comments of this video what recipes you guys tried from whose channels. I would love to hear that. And if you're coming over from the collaboration and you've never been here before, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope that you'll come back and stick around with us. We've got lots and lots of fun things coming up in the very near future around here on my channel. We do all kinds of things, shopping hauls, and lots and lots of things in the kitchen, devotions, all kinds of stuff. So I hope you guys will stick around with me. I would love to have you part of my YouTube family. So hit that subscribe button up there, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a video. And friends, we will talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless.